Hey you, welcome to Level Up. This is where calm chase gets real. From self growth to career moves to making the workplace work for you. We decode what they don't teach in classrooms.
How this is going to go is I have a couple of questions. So, Shank, if you are not aware, we rolled out a Google form for people to register on this. And
Okay.
okay, sorry, before I begin, I must address the poster also that I'm sharing. I totally forgot that I'm sharing it. So, guys, we are launching this program in starting January. We'll roll out the dates pretty soon, but it's going to be an 8 weeks course where I will be the personal, guide and the mentor for this, and we're charging it for 2500 for 8 weeks. These will be 3 weeks per session, more or less, and where we will be offering a lot of live sessions where we'll particularly take in, and provide guidance basis how you should be in an interview, how you should be answering questions, what all should you be prepared for, what kind of technical skills do you need, what kind of soft skills do you need. We will be speaking to you like one on one as well, wherein maybe somebody who wants to understand more about themselves, we can help them do that as well. Also help you frame your resume, and make sure that once you start sitting for those placements and campus drives and interviews, we are there to help you. So that kind of help and guidance will also be provided. So that's that about it. Anyone who's interested can reach out to us on Instagram, or if you are interested, you can reach out to me personally as well. These will be live online sessions, won't be recorded, or will be recorded, but only for people who have access or who have, enrolled in this program. Okay, so that's about that. Yeah. So now how this session will proceed is, I have some questions prepared, and as I was telling Shreyank that we had rolled out a form which had a question that you could personally ask Shang. I'm not sure how many of you have filled it, but I took a couple of questions from there and I've made sure that those questions get answered. And some questions are from my end also, because I know what kind of challenges or what kind of challenges there were to students. So, basis that, I've created some questions. So, we're going to ask that as well. And I hope Shrank gives us the answer that we're all looking for.
Sure.
So,
Yeah.
okay, Shrank, I think first thing that I want to know and I want you to tell the students is your journey from college to corporate. How was it?
Yeah, correct. That's like the main question for this session.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'll say the journey was exciting as well as I'll say it was challenging as well initially because as you mentioned earlier, like college may we procrastinate things, we don't respect time, we are in that vague attitude, कि ठीक है, things will go on as it is. But that's not the case with corporate. You have to maintain some professionalism, some work ethics, you have to respect time, and you have to deal with a lot of people, and you just can't be blunt on everyone's face and just say the truth or that. You have to be you have to be a bit diplomatic. So there is a good amount of change which I feel is there between college life and corporate life. But I believe like once you get into corporate, you get good hang of things, and you slowly and gradually inculcate those habits, those things, those attitude, those personalities in yourself. So that's it. It's challenging, but yeah, it's fun, and it's like a matlab, complete shift, I will say, from college to corporate life, and you will cherish that moment, I'll say. Yeah.
So, did you like inculcate this yourself, or was it just like developed through experiences that you faced in the corporate?
I'll say yeah, both in this case. Some things I developed, some things I searched on internet, how things go on, and like to be very honest, like Aditi also told that she was my senior in college. So whenever I had some query regarding interviews or anything, like whenever I was in a doubt, I approached her, and even I have some of my seniors who are into this field whom I trust. I approached them like how things go on and everything. So yeah, like it's two way. I sometimes do research myself, and sometimes I ask the people from industry like how things are going on. You can't ask everyone though. Yeah, but like if you're working in a company, you can't just go to your manager and ask. But yeah, someone, some senior whom you trust or someone like that. So yeah, that's the way I did
So corporate, you're saying that corporate mein you can't ask your senior.
it.
So if
Nah,
I was
it's
a
not.
corporate
It's
and my
not.
senior, you
Yeah.
wouldn't have asked me.
No, it's not really like that. That's what I said. Like in corporate, you have to be a bit diplomatic. You have to choose your words carefully, your statements carefully, what you're asking, what you're not. So yeah.
Okay, cool. Okay.
Hmm.
Um, so next question would be like, what kind of challenges were there? Like, give me like pinpoint the challenge. Like, this is what you faced, and this is how you overcame it. Like, what did you do?
Yeah. First thing I'll say managing time and priorities. Like in college, early morning class was a nightmare for me. I slept at 2 and like waking at 8 for early morning class was something which was very difficult for me. And I had this habit ki morning class I'll miss. So if I have 80% attendance in other classes, my morning class attendance would be 30% only. So yeah, that thing I had. So one thing was very necessary managing time and priorities because office mein to you have to reach office by 10, 9:30, whatever time your office suggests or whatever it is. So you have to be particular. You just can't wake up and say, yaar, aaj jaane ka man nahi hai, so let's just drop it. You can't do that. So yeah, that was one of the major challenge I faced. Then I was not underconfident, I'll say, like ever. I was not underconfident. In fact, I was not introvert. I'm an extrovert kind of person, but yeah, like being confident during interaction is one of the challenges which I felt was there because like you're meeting totally new person, you have like a lot of emotions in your head, you have a lot of things going on, you're not sure how you're going to deal with the particular person in your company or your senior or maybe your colleague. So you have to be you have a bit of underconfidence in yourself, like what you're gonna say, how people are going to judge you. So yeah, building confidence during interactions in office was also one of the challenges I faced. Then there were some skill gaps. I thought I didn't think so, but yeah, you have this perception in mind that you are very good in your work. You know a good amount of things. You know a lot of things in your field. But like when you meet industry experts, when you're working with your colleagues, they have something new. You feel a bit inferior. You have this inferiority complex. Yeah, so and so person is better. I am maybe lagging somewhere. So yeah, that skill gap I'll say there is something which we need to bridge through. So that was one thing. But yeah, now I am coping up with it as well. Then there are some performance pressures also in corporate. You have to perform well. There are appraisals and everything. So yeah, these performance pressure and all. College mein, you just have exam. You are competing individually. But corporate mein, it's not always individual. It's sometimes team. It's sometimes a larger team. So yeah, you have to make your priorities and like focus on that pressure and cope up with that. Yeah. So these were the few challenges. And apart from it, that professional environment and all, like I can't be blunt. I just can't hang out, just put my hand on somebody's shoulder and just walk through. So yeah, you have to maintain that professional environment also. So yeah, these were few challenges.
Nice, nice, nice way you overcame everything. But great that you did, and now you're. I know that you're excelling in corporate, so great.
Okay.
Nice on that. Okay. Now speaking from a college student perspective, what would be a top quality that you think is very important for a student to develop, while in these transitioning years?
Quality, like there are multiple qualities. I just can't say one. Like one is top. Every quality holds equal importance for me, I'll say. But yeah, one thing which I think is very necessary for everyone and which we have been hearing, like I was sitting with my seniors after some interview rounds with some college campus placements. So things I have been hearing is communication. So I'll say effective communication and personality is something which companies are looking for most. Because yeah, you are freshers as of now, you're just coming out of your colleges. So they don't expect that you know every work and everything from A to Z. But yeah, effective communication is something which is developed from past 18, 20 years in your like habit, in your attitude. So that's what they are looking for. So yeah, I'll say effective communication is one of the top priority. And like no, effective communication is not only verbal communication, it comes on your mail writing skills, your gestures, like your how you dress up yourself and everything. So it's like a pack, a briefcase of the complete thing. So yeah, I'll say effective communication is one thing. Apart from that, time management, like there are many deadline based projects. Sometimes we are working on multiple projects with a tight deadline and they all have the similar deadline. So just prioritizing the work, time management, I'll say. Then I'll say teamwork. Teamwork is something you have to collaborate. You just can't be a individual and a sole player. It's like a football match. You have to work with team, coordinate with everyone. Yeah, so that's one thing. Teamwork is there. IQ, everyone is aware of. I'll just say EQ. EQ is emotional quotient. Emotional quotient is something like you have to sympathize with other person. You have to understand their emotion. So yeah, I'll say taking care of others' emotion as well. So these are a few things which a college students should develop over a period of time, because this is not something you learn once you get into corporate. Yeah, you brush up on those skills once you are into the playground, but yeah, these are some things which comes over a period of time in your college, in your school life. Yeah, so these are a few things which they look for in a fresher. Yeah.
Any suggestions on developing communication?
Uh, Communication, yeah, as I mentioned earlier also in my answer, I'll say for verbal communication, you should be good in grammar. Okay, before that, I'll say one thing. Communication is not only one thing which you are just communicating to other person. The first and foremost thing is a good listener. So
Mm-hmm.
you have to be really good at listening. First of all, listen what the other person is saying. Then frame your statements, what you want to communicate. Then come to the point. Okay, so just that's the first point of good communication. Then for vocabulary and grammar, I'll say just go through articles and just normal things which we have been hearing for a long time for effective communication. Now go through articles, go through newspaper, just develop your vocabulary. And then just I'll say one thing which I used to do earlier in my school time, because I had this thing in my mind ki okay, I'm not good in communication. So I used to record myself on my phone. I'll just pick up a random topic. I'll record myself on my phone. I'll just see how I am looking on the video, how I am communicating, what people are thinking. So yeah, so that's one thing you can record yourself and look at yourself. Then having good gestures, good body language, staying firm, staying formal. So these are a few things which are point for effective communication. You will like learn about these things through many online resources as well. And in fact, I've heard this Kamches also. I went through their course structure, so they have also this effective communication topic in their course syllabus. So yeah, these are few things where you can learn from.
We're trying. We're really trying to help students out there. That's
Yeah,
what the main
yeah,
point is. Okay.
true.
Uh, Shreyank, how long? I don't remember because when did you join Grand Content? So how long ago were you in college?
It's been almost 9 months. I joined in May. It's almost 9 months. Before that, also I had a few internship opportunities with some of the government law firms, law
Okay.
agencies, I'll say, and a few internship opportunities. But yeah, like entire corporate, which I'll say was I joined in May.
Okay. So let me take like 10 months ago. So like if you look back 10 months ago, like when you were in college and you were still a person who was trying to procrastinate online classes, like sorry, offline classes at 8 a.m. So,
Yeah.
what would you like wish, or you would have thought that someone should have taught you this maybe back 10 months ago, so you would now be in a better position.
Mm-mm. Yeah, that also has multiple points which I think people should have. Well, I should have known earlier also, which I think that I'm late in learning, but you guys shouldn't be. So one
Hmm.
thing is importance of networking, I'll say. So networking is not only LinkedIn. It's like talking to new people. There are many people who come to your college from different fields for conducting seminars and all. Networking with them, networking with your professors. So if you like build connections with a lot of people across industries, there are multiple good points. Firstly, like there is a good chance of referrals, which is an important part in corporates. Apart from that, you get to learn a good amount of things from them. Like they are industry experts, they have been in this field for 5 years, 10 years, so they can teach you from their experience. So like before you make any mistake, you already can learn from someone else mistakes. So yeah, importance of networking is one thing which I think I should have started very early in my life. I believe in +2 or maybe first year of graduation. So one thing is that. Then I'll say focusing on some practical experiences, because like we have been learning Excel. Like I'll say for my field, we have good amount of work on Excel and all data analytics. So yeah, like working on practical experience, I'll say we are working we are learning about these things in colleges, but not applying those in practical life. So what we can do is like have some online courses, or get any or like work on any project which has already been completed. We can work on it. We can look at how we are providing how we are doing the data analysis on Excel and all. So yeah, like I'll say the practical experience is a good part which I should have also started earlier. Then working on soft skills. Soft skills include this communication and team building and everything. So this also one should start early in life. And I'll say adaptability, yeah. Adaptability and versatility, one thing. So you should adapt to a changing environment. You should not be in your cocoon and just step out of your comfort zone and like explore new things. So yeah, these are a few things I should have worked upon earlier, but now it's okay. Yeah, that's fast.
I, that was going to be my next question also. I was going to talk to you about networking and like how did you start it, when did you start, but you covered it pretty well.
Yeah.
So great. Okay, so when you start as a like as a fresher in
Mm.
the corporate, how does your I'm pretty sure your employer holds a lot of expectations. Your manager, your seniors in the team hold a lot of expectations. What are these expectations, and how do you meet those expectations? Like anything on that?
Okay. So yeah, like there are multiple types of managers in company. Some manager would understand that you are new into this field. They gradually know that you will take extra amount of time to complete a particular work, while some managers don't respect that. So yeah, like what I'll say is initially like judge your manager, but like develop a rapport with manager like what he wants. And then what you can do is like be clear about the expectations of the manager or employer. First of all, be clear like what he wants, what's to be delivered, when it's to be delivered. Approach the manager for his feedbacks, like if you're right on track or there is something which you are missing on, something better way which you can come up with, or maybe you have some other opinion or some other plan of action which is better, like what have been doing they have been doing earlier. So yeah, these things is like setting clear expectations and getting constructive feedbacks is one thing for getting a better picture of like the employer's expectation and all. Then being like realistic to yourself is also one thing which is very important. You just can't push yourself. There needs to be a work life balance which needs to be there. You just can't work on Saturdays and Sundays and like just to impress a manager. So there needs to be a good amount of work life balance. So setting a realistic expectation and goal setting, and I'll say realistic goal setting should be there from your part as well. Then you should be patient in life. Like you will see your colleagues who have joined with you and all, they are excelling or they are getting some better opportunities, but you need to be patient. Something good is also in your line. It might be taking some time, but yeah, it's there for you. Yeah. And like one thing I'll suggest at the end for like clear for employer interaction and all this thing is like you need to be open. You need to have an open communication with them about like what the work is and what's the deadline and all. There shouldn't be a gap between you. Like I'll say a communication gap between you both. That at the end when there is a deliverable and you're lagging, he's saying that I told you that it needs to be done so and so, and you're saying like I wasn't aware. But there needs to be a clear communication between both the parties. Say.
Has there ever been a day where you worked extra or worked on the weekend in your current firm?
Mm, there have been quite a few times depending upon urgency of the client, but like I'll say my company has a good work culture, so it's not the case here. But yeah, there are some times where you need to work extra. That depends, but it should not be a daily habit which you are doing. Yeah.
Okay. How do you say no to a manager? How do you say no to a senior that I can't work today?
That's a tough question, but I have a pretty good answer to it, and that's truth. Like my managers here in Grant Thornton are very nice. They are also very supportive of not working on weekends. So that's
Oh,
how I escaped. So I haven't faced any issue as of now when they are telling to work and I am denying. We are on same path of now.
this is off the record, guys. But my like my current firm, sometimes if they ask me, I always end up saying I have prior commitments, so I can't work.
Excuses which you can make, like particular for some time, like you are out of the city or you are traveling, you don't have your laptop. But
I don't go that extreme. I don't go
yeah.
that
But I'll say
extreme.
that shouldn't be always, yeah. But Malak, you should know the urgency of work. You should respect the work and you should treat it as your own work. You have to complete it. Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure, like coming from a campus, this thing to corporate, the world is pretty different. That's what I've also felt. The world
Yeah,
is very
true.
different there.
School में also we made excuses when we didn't complete our homework कि सर नोट भूल गए घर पे. College
But
office में you can't do that.
office में you can't be like laptop भूल गए घर पे.
Yeah.
Totally different. Okay.
Mhm.
Some questions that I have from the participants, I'm going to read it out as they have quoted it. And
Okay.
yeah. So, how do you stand out as a fresher in comparison to an experienced professional?
How do you stand out as a
Fresher. Like, so if you're
fresher?
a fresher, so how do
हाँ.
you stand out? If I am a fresher or if there's an experienced
Mhm.
professional competing against me, so how me as a fresher can stand out in that particular interview or in that particular job?
Yeah, I got the question. Okay. Yeah. So I'll say, guys, just make it clear the company also knows that you are a fresher, not experienced professional. So you don't need to stand out. They are already aware about this, and you are not one who is joining through a lateral entry. You are just a fresher into the company, and you're not getting that manager position initially when you are joining. So yeah, the company also knows you are a fresher, and you are not competing with experienced professionals. But yeah, one thing I'll say, like, if you want you will give your give your best in path with the experienced professional, it's like you should have enthusiasm to learn. You should show your eagerness to learn new things. You should focus on your soft skills, I'll say. And what else? Yeah, you can be proactive and take initiatives to learn. Yeah, those are few things which you can do as a fresher. But yeah, you don't need to stand out as of now, because yeah, companies are aware of that.
The company knows where you're coming from, what your
Yeah, they
expectations and
know.
where you're going
They
to reach. So
yeah.
nobody needs to have that apprehension that, I'm a fresher and how am I going to, compete with these experienced professionals that are
Mhm.
going to be with me.
True, true. One thing also I like to add is like you need to be you need to be confident, but at humble at the same time. You can't be rude. Yeah, you need to be confident and humble.
Okay. 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 So next question is, what kind of technical skills and soft skills are companies looking for?
तूने कहा था तो
See,
और लोग बात करवाएंगे तो आपने लिंक नहीं भेजा तो अभी करवा दे करो वीडियो
Arnav, sorry. Sorry, guys.
no problem.
And Arnav has joined us. He is another partner with us in Kamchase.
I enough.
सॉरी अदिति
Yeah, no worries.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We will technical and soft skills. See, for technical skills, it can vary from your job role to like different job role. It varies.
Yeah,
Like
I think I would not really focus on the technical aspect, but
yeah.
any soft skill, recommendation for soft skills.
For soft skills, like as I mentioned earlier, also effective communication. I also told like what things you can do to improve your communication and all. Then those things only teamwork and collaboration. I'll say then problem solving attitude, critical thinking attitude. Like there is a particular problem in front of you. You think from your different angle what the company is doing earlier. You have a better approach, something like that. So yeah, and like flexibility, adaptability to working in a new environment. Those are a few soft skills. Time management is one thing which is very important, which is an important soft skill. Then EQ also I spoke about. So yeah, majority of things I've already spoken about earlier.
Okay. Okay. So next question is from a very interesting person. The person says that if I am planning to have a startup, but I want to step into the corporate for maximum of 1 year for the
Mhm.
sake of just experience, should I really go for placement for the sake of experience, or should I just seek some other path? What do you think?
Yeah, like this question varies from person to person. This like I won't say this one size fits all. can vary from person to person. But like, if I would have been I have been in your boots, then what I would have done, like what I think is a good approach, is like joining a corporate and working for not 1 year. 1 year I think will be a pretty short time for me. I'm just telling my perspective. So 1 year would be a pretty short time for me. I would have worked in corporate. Like, you have a good amount of practical experience, firstly. Second, you learn from experienced professionals who are in that field. So learning and practical exposure is good in corporate. Then you build some professional networks. You have good amount of clientele base. Some clients know you personally. So yeah, you always have that chance of client pulling. And then skill development, I'll say. And corporate also teaches you discipline, time management, something like that. And like, if you're working under guidance of someone in a corporate for like 2 3 4 years, then like you have some senior under you have a senior under whom you are working, and like you learn from their mistakes, you learn new things and all. So I'll say that. And one thing also which I could have done, I'll say, is joined a startup, maybe, like worked in a startup also. So I get that startup atmosphere, how things are going, how they are managing things with a small number of people. I would have done freelancing and consulting for like the field I'm choosing as a for startup and all. So these are a few things. Like, I'll say this question is the answer varies from person to person. That's my
Mhm.
perspective, which I was telling. Yeah,
Okay. So next question, I think you've already answered, but it was, do you think it is more important to be diplomatic, and how do you become one? So I think you've touched a lot upon being diplomatic and how to be that
correct,
kind
correct.
of person in the corporate. So I'll move to the next one. Uh,
Mhm.
there is a personal problem with a team member. Uh,
Mm.
who will be the right party to contact in this case?
Mm. Yeah. So this question also has multiple answers. It depends upon the severity of problem the person is facing. Like, if I'll say, if it's a minor misunderstanding or some minor problem, I'll suggest like just walking up to that particular teammate or the colleague whom you're having problem with, speaking to them in private rather than creating a chaos in a group. Speaking to them in private, just telling them, "Hey, I misunderstood, or there's some misunderstanding. Let's clear this out." So yeah, direct approach is one thing which is good for some minor problems. But yeah, like if it's some larger issue or something, you can report to your supervisor, your coach. Like in my company, we have coach. In some companies, they are called mentors or even managers. You can just report to them for like some severe or work-related problems you're facing. Like some particular teammate is not working efficiently, and your work is also lagging because of that. So that you can communicate with them. And if it's like some serious harassment problem, I'll say, like some posh act or something like that, then though there needs to be a HR which should be included in this and all. So yeah, it depends upon problem and how you can solve it out.
Okay, so I mean, you're saying that there are solutions to these problems, part of
True.
it.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Any thoughts on corporate politics, and do you face it?
Like, it's pretty less amount of time, I'll say, for corporate politics to kick in my life. It's only 10 months. But yeah,
Okay.
I've seen corporate politics is a thing. That's true. Everyone encounters that at some point of time. But like, I haven't faced it much yet, so I don't know how I will deal with it when I face it. But few things which I think is like, you need to be authentic in company. Yeah, and like, you need to be authentic. You need to be diplomatic is one thing. And what I'll say, guys, just keep your personal life and corporate life separate. Don't let your corporate life interfere into your personal life. So yeah, there needs to be a good amount of gap between two, and you just need to be straight on face, and like, you need to be intelligent basically to just jump out of that corporate politics. And I'll say, just don't get indulged in the first instance in the corporate politics. So yeah, that's a bad thing. But I haven't faced it, so I can't really answer this. But yeah,
Nice. I mean, great on that aspect that you've not faced it till now, but yeah, maybe in the future you might end up
fingers
seeing it.
crossed. Yeah,
Yeah, good. Keep your fingers crossed that you don't face it. It's a
yeah,
nightmare.
but that's the true thing. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Great. I think last question from my side would be like listening you speak, and you talking so much about corporate. I just want to know How do you build up on that confidence of speaking? Any thoughts, any ideas, any recommendations there? What did
Confidence of
you do
speaking, as in?
in general, anywhere in the team, um, or talking about anything, for example? So how do you build up on
Hmm.
that?
See, confidence of speaking. See, as I told earlier, also for my part, I'm an extrovert kind of person. I've been always talking with people. I'm good talking with strangers as well. That's even one of my hobbies, traveling, meeting new people, and also in that part, I'm confident enough with speaking to new people and all. But one thing I'll say, like being confident, you need to practice yourself, guys. Nobody can just inject some confidence or like effective communication into your body. So yeah, you need to develop that habit. You need to trust yourself. You can just go walk to that particular person and communicate. If you think you fumble or you have some underconfidence, speak slow. That's not an issue. Take a pause. Don't fumble. Take a pause. That's fine. But yeah, you have to develop it and you need to come out of that cocoon, guys. Because not being confident in corporate and like not having good communication is something which is very bad in long term for corporate. So yeah, you have to come out of that cocoon and only you can do it. No, people can help, people can give you ways, but yeah, at the end you have to work on it.
Okay.
Mm.
Okay. So I think questions from my end are done. I am going to open the floor for students, for the audience here who are present, to ask Shreyank any question that they have, anything that I would have not covered probably. So open to you guys. Any questions, please?
Hi, sir.
You can call me Shreyank. No
No,
problem.
I'll call you sir. Sir,
Mm.
I want to ask in the college, you get so used to procrastinating things like
Mm.
procrastinating your assignments or your task, even your exam preparations. So when you dive corporate world, how do you manage like the punctuality that you need there?
It will come on its way. Like you have limited amount of leaves in offices. Okay, you just have 8 to 10 days of leaves in office. You just can't wake up and say, "यार आज जाने का मन नहीं कर रहा." I can just put on the leave. So and your pay will be cut. There will be loss of pay and all. So things gradually happen. Like once you're into corporate and there is that push from behind, na. So उसके बाद हो जाता है. I'll say. And in fact, like, you have this sense of belongingness. Like initially, when you're entering into corporate, you're entering new world. You're also on your peak performance. Like, yeah, I need to excel. So you develop that habit gradually. Yeah, you need not worry about that. It happens.
It's like in the corporate, you have new tasks, like whatever we learn in the college, it's not completely like whatever the task, whatever the projects we do in the corporate. I don't think like in what I'm studying, I don't think that will fulfill the demand that projects might need. Okay. So it's
Yeah.
when you get stuck, do you really have people over there to help you, or are you on your own completely?
Like for my part, my company, I'll say I have a good team with me. They are cooperative. So people are good. People, I won't say like corporate is very bad and there are like people running after your life and all. Yeah, so people are good here. Yeah, and like when one they know you are a fresher, they are keen to help you. You can just approach your senior. Or maybe there is this culture in corporates nowadays. Ki when you join, there is somebody who is like 1 year, 2 years senior to you. So there is a buddy you can always approach them, ask your queries, be it some personal queries, personal like adjustment issues, or some work related issues. You can just approach. You just that's what I said. You need to be effective in communication. You just need to clarify that. Okay, sir, I'm not able to do this particular thing. Can you please guide me through? You just can't keep quiet. Ki theek hai, kaam aa gaya hai. When they'll ask, then I'll communicate. Ki sir, I wasn't able to do that. So theek hai, you just clarify in the beginning itself. Ki sir, tell me the ways how I can do it. So yeah, that's one thing. Effective communication and like clearly communicating. Not effective, clear communication, I'll say, is the key here. Yeah.
Great
And
question.
anyone else,
Anyone
guys?
else? Yeah, any if you're comfortable in asking in Hindi also, that's also okay. I think Shreyank speaks comfortably in
Hmm.
Hindi as well. So any
Yeah.
question in Hindi also, if you guys have, you please feel free to ask.
No problem, guys. We can. It's already a close group. We can talk. Informally also, no worries, guys. Go ahead.
Anyone? Wait for. Okay.
Bhaiya, can you talk
Sir,
about
good evening,
your
sir.
CFE certification
एक
a
सेकंड
bit?
एक सेकंड एक सेकंड तो लोग आ गए या कमाक्षी या देखो
Bhaiya, can you talk about your CFE certification a bit?
TFE certification. See, it's like my course specific. I'm not sure if everyone is from forensics here, but yeah, CFE certification is some. One thing like I should have also conveyed earlier, like in that particular question when you asked, like, how will you compete with the experienced professional in freshers, is one thing I'll say is certifications. So those certifications show your commitment to that particular career. I'll say it will show that okay, in college this particular guy has completed this certification, so that shows ki yeah, you have been very interested in your career or being very serious about that particular path. So CFE has been a good journey. It took me around 3-4 months. I did that in my second semester of my masters. So it was 3-4 months journey. I took the CFE prep course, which is provided by that ACFE body itself. I used that prep course. I gave my exams within a span of 1.5 months. So once you give your first exam, you have 60 days to complete all the four papers. There are four papers in CFE. So I completed those, and I had this one thing in mind, like before the first company comes. So first company was Grant Thornton, which was coming to campus for placements. So I had this thing in my mind that before the first company comes to the college, I am done with my CFE. So I have something to portray, something to show my seriousness towards my field, and something or matlab, something I can stand out from apart from the crowd. So that thing I had in my mind. So certifications is one thing, guys, you can go ahead for, like your respective job fields or career goals, or with that you can go ahead for certification. It shows your seriousness, and in fact, it
I
teaches you new things.
I agree with that. I think Shrank, I think even from my batch, even compared to my batch, I think Shrank was the first person to finish off CFE. And we were told about that. So, as I told you, he's my junior from college. We were told, and I remember when I joined the team, Grant Thornton, we were told that, we've hired this junior who has already completed CFE. What are you guys doing? So, it makes a lot of sense if you finish off these certifications, you have them ready in your resume. So, it makes
Yeah,
a lot of difference.
yeah. CFE, I'll say, was a very plus point. Like, in
Yeah.
fact, like I had a round with director during my interview process. He was also shocked. Okay, like he asked about my journey for CFE. There, that was the major part of the questions, and the major part of questions were revolving around that topic only. So yeah, CFE was a good thing in my life for interviews and like getting into
Hmm.
initial first job, I'll say.
Yeah. I think, Behrad, you had a question.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
So,
Yes.
sir, I have the question that what are the newest technology that are prevailing into the corporate, and which skill one should one should acquire such that he will secure his job or the position well. That was.
Period. I'll say new technology and all varies from field to field. Something like I am into investigations and forensics, so it might be different for me. Or like if you are into cybersecurity or maybe UI UX or something else, so there might be some different technology in your field. What I can say about my field are there are multiple softwares which we are working on for different tasks. For email reviews, we are working on relativity. For data analysis, we have been using Excel and all. So these are few things, and I see as a fresher, you're just stepping out of your college. They don't expect that you are very in line with that technology. They just expect you have that basic knowledge. You know that particular software exists in market. So that's what they're expecting out of you. They don't expect ki you know A to Z about that particular software. No one can have it initially when they are stepping out from college. So yeah, you need to have a basic idea. You need to have some. You do your research, like whatever job field you are looking for. You do your research. Have some certifications. Do some online courses. That shows the okay. You know at least some basic structure of that particular software. So you need to do that research on your part. I'll say.
Okay,
Anyone
right,
else, guys?
right.
Yeah. I hope I was able to answer. Any follow up on that?
Hello, Bhaiya.
Yeah, Tapasya. Hi.
Did you face the situation in which you were assigned with a work out of your expertise? How to handle them?
There have been multiple times. So precious. There have been multiple times. I won't say I'm expert in anything as of now, but yeah, like in fact, someone else also asked this question. I'll say that clear communication was that part. I just went up to my manager. He wasn't a manager, just my senior whom I was working with. I went up with him. I went up to him and I just conveyed ki, yeah, see, I haven't worked on this type of project earlier. I worked on this. I haven't done this type of task earlier. I'm not aware. Can you just guide me through how it's done? They are keen to help. They are keen to help. They'll tell you the ways. In fact, like if you have some doubts, you can just go up and ask. So it was like I just went up to them and told them clearly कि okay यार ये वाला काम I haven't done earlier. Can you just help me through? And then एक बार दो बार चलता है, but you just can't make this habit कि every time you just come up to them. ठीक है? But yeah, so initially it happens. You can just go up to your senior and whomsoever you're working with and just tell them. They'll help you.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Anyone else? Any kind of questions?
Hello.
Yeah.
Hi, Manchu.
Hello,
Yeah.
Via. Via,
Mhm.
currently pursuing a internship at GERC in Gift City, and which is a
Mhm.
government body, regulatory body. So
Okay.
it would be a good decision to also join them again in May, June for the management research project, or should I go for some corporate?
Yeah. Like it's totally your call, I'll say. But if you have like worked with them earlier, also you have completed your internship there, then I'll suggest like try to explore something new. It adds a plus point or a brownie point to your resume. I'll say, okay, like you have worked on multiple projects, multiple fields. Okay, so if I would have been in your place, so I would have gone for some other internship, maybe a corporate, because like doing same internship again and again, because internship is something which teaches you new things and new opportunities. So yeah, going for a different corporate internship would make more sense, I'll say.
Okay, thank you, Via.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Nice. Anyone else?
Guys, be free. You can ask any kind of question. I mean, I have a question on this, Shrank. I'm just gonna put it out. What is like, so first day, can you define like your first day for us when you were entering that team?
Hmm. That was like one of the
Butterflies in the stomach or
most butterflies wala day
headache or
in my life.
anything?
Yeah, well, college and all, mein, you don't have that answerability, but office में you have, and like first day walking into the office, having those induction programs, getting new laptops, stationery, and all of those stuff. It was an amazing experience. It was kind of my dream job, I'll say, as a fresher. So I had this pride also in me. Ki, yeah, I made it here. Like looking back, 18 years down the line, I was a young boy in school. I had these mixed emotions flowing through my mind, and yeah, so like it was a very butterfly wala days, as you said, and uske baad, like thinking about those past, that small boy 12th mein competing, and uske baad college and all, and finally we have made it here, and that's how life is going to be for next 30-40 years. So yeah, that feeling I had.
Yeah, totally get it. Guys, you can ask any kind of question. मैं तो ऐसे बहुत क्वेश्चंस पूछती थी अपने सीनियर से पहले ऑफिस में कितने बजे पहुंचे कितने बजे निकले क्या किया ऑफिस में कुछ
Yeah,
भी क्वेश्चन पूछो
one thing, Aditi, I'm not sure. Like you are also a mentor on that Ramjay's for that
yes
campus to
yes
corporate program.
yes
Guys,
yes
you should definitely join this. See, to be very honest, I'm not promoting anything, I'll say, but yeah, like I have always relied on Aditi. I call her Di. I have always relied on Aditi for this thing.
But I am
But
trying for him because since now he has already entered the corporate scenario, I want him to call by first name because that's how you be here. Even if it's
I have
a
always
50-year-old person, you call him by him or her by name. That's how
yeah.
corporate works.
So she's always there to guide me. Anything from interview to any like any not thinking about switching job as of now, but like career, how things should go on and all. So yeah.
Wow.
Whiteboard, somebody
Yeah.
activated this
Somebody
whiteboard.
has loaded the whiteboard. Very nice. Harshit, thank
Yeah.
you. Do you have something to write?
So yeah, one mentor though I can give a plus point, which I know personally is very good.
Thank
Mm,
you. Thank you so much, Shreyank. But yeah, that's the plan. We're still thinking of this. But yeah, we're going to
mm,
launch Camp for Corporate very soon.
that's great.
And plan to help lot people like you to be comfortable in corporate because
That's great.
not very difficult, but yeah, it is.
In fact, I'll be glad to even speak with them further also
Oh,
if you require
definitely.
me anytime.
Yes, yes. We would definitely love to have you on board as well.
Also, guys, you can reach out to me anytime you feel like on LinkedIn. Anyway, yeah.
Okay, guys, any questions? I think 9 o'clock. The time is 9, but we can wait for 4 minutes, or we can take in questions if anyone has. Feel free. Any question?
So what's your full name? Like full name.
My name is Shreyank Shresth. I'll
Oh,
just ping in my LinkedIn ID here on chat box. It becomes easy for you. I hope that's why you were asking it, right?
you're in the name Shresth and Shreyank, so I was confused once the name.
Yeah,
Sorry.
I just in
So
my
that's how corporate names are. He's been very. I think he's using his office laptop or something because that's how names in. So when you enter office and you'll have your team's own team's access and your team's profile. So that's how it'll occur. It'll be like first last name first and then your first name.
corporate for many people call by surname
Yeah.
names.
You changed your name, na Kamalika? Somehow. I see a very different name.
Mm, no, no, my name. I started this meeting with a different name.
Yeah.
Was my friend's name. So I forgot to switch it, so I switched it later.
Oh, okay. So what's your
Uh,
name then?
My name's Kamalika only.
Oh, it's Kamalika only. Okay,
Okay,
okay.
someone else.
Enoch is Kamalika is my real name.
Okay, okay, understood. Anybody else, guys?
Hmm.
Mm, yeah, I think no questions. Everyone's prepared for corporate, huh? Everyone given a job tomorrow, you'll join. Okay, I think seems like everyone's prepared for corporate. Okay, but reiterating again, guys, we have a camp for corporate session. We're all there to help you. So we'll be launching this course very soon. So you can stay tuned with the updates on Instagram, and we'll make sure that we help you here because we face the similar situations. We don't want other students, other people to go through this. So we're making sure that we help you out. Um, thank you so much, Priyank. It was a pleasure having you, and I think you gave a lot of great insight. Okay, wait, sorry, I have a question, Harshit. Um, Harshit says, how are the things that help you studied in college?
Okay. I'll say whatever job you are doing is something like the basics you develop from your college academics, but I'll say subjective matter and reading through books is completely different when you're applying it in your practical life. So you get a hang of it. I'll say developing those, what you can do is join internships and all where you have some practical exposure. So yeah, practical things are a bit different from I'll say college studies and academics. But yeah, it's in line with that. But yeah, I'll say you can develop those skills and all from internships, maybe online courses and all for practical exposure. But yeah, you need to develop that practical aspect also. Not only academics is gonna help you in long run. But it's more or less similar to what I've studied in college and all.
Okay. Mm, okay, I'm gonna give one more minute to anybody asking questions or typing it out. If you guys want to type out a question also, that's also fine. I can read it out and Shreyank can answer.
I have one last question.
Yeah, go ahead, Kamali.
Please,
Sorry,
no worries, go ahead.
like if you have like I'm ready to try to show my face on meetings like this. This is my first time I've opened my camera for any meeting. Like
That's really great. Yeah, that's what I noticed. You have been there on camera for the entire meeting. That's really great. Yeah.
I'm awkward, smile very weirdly if so right now I'm controlling it not to smile so widely. So like if many of people have given but in the corporate and then so is it very really necessary to come here or my voice is equal.
Hmm.
Shreyank, there's a little bit disturbance somewhere, I think. There's a lot of echoing.
No, I'm not using any earphones. I'm sitting in a room empty. Wait.
Okay.
I'll type.
Maybe.
No worries,
Maybe.
Samarika. Take
You
your time.
were saying, I'll just read what you were saying. I'll just confirm if that's correct. So you're saying that when I smile, I have this wide lips and I smile very openly and all. So is that okay in corporate? So that's what you were asking, right? You can unmute. You can unmute yourself. Type. Okay.
You type. Yeah, type. We're
Mhm.
waiting.
Anyone else also?
But yeah, I think kudos to Kamolika because we don't have a lot of people here who have their camera on. But guys, let me give you a very um, unfortunate news that corporate requires that you switch on your camera a lot
That's
and you have
correct.
to be available on camera while in meetings. So I hope you guys make that effort and make that habit.
Recently, I started my journey in corporate. Stand out of crowd of other freshers.
I I understood the you
Sorry?
answered. You answered it.
I've already
Oh,
answered it.
who answered it?
You Aditi.
I think it was something related to switching on the camera and
Switching
all.
on the camera. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, you don't have you don't have an escape there. If your senior is switching on the camera, you don't have an escape.
Maintain the professional switching on the camera also requires some professional attire and all. Okay. So just maintain that and rest is fine.
But it's fun also. You get to see the face of the people, so that way it's nice.
Mhm.
I think Shan, we have a question from Dia.
Yeah.
So it says, how can I stand out of crowd of other freshers? Which factor will help me create a good impression?
Mm. Out of other freshers, see, that's what I said earlier also. I just reiterated. Those certifications, those practical experience which you had during your internships and all is something which can help you stand out of other people joining at your time. So I'll say some online certifications and all is something which is an added benefit because when like two freshers are joining at the same time, they are from same page, they have done same education. So a few added points can be certifications and all. Like CFE was for me. Something else can be for you as well.
Okay. I hope it has answered your question, Dia. Okay. Nice. Great. Okay. So I think we're gonna end the session now. Everyone's dinner time. So thank you so much, Shreyank, for being so cooperative here and lending us some great insights. I think it should have helped a lot of people, and I hope it does. So we're gonna bring in more of you to come for corporate so that you help out other students and other people who are looking out for help as well.
Sure,
So
sure. Thank you guys. Thank you so much
smooth
for
jump.
joining in and spending out some time on Sunday evening. Have a
Yeah.
great night ahead. Yeah.
Okay. Bye, guys. Thank you,
Bye
everyone.
guys. Thank you. Good night.
So much.
So that's it for today on Level Up. Hope we helped you. Stay tuned, stay curious, and we'll catch you next time with more fun from Couch.